Darlene, you ask some great questions, some of which are not easy to answer. For example, am I team Briedy or am I team Mike and Bree? Do I have to answer that? Honestly, I go back and forth all the time. As like an audience member, as an outsider, you know, I can see a path for Bree in both directions, two very different directions. You know, you have Briedy on one hand, who's the bad boy, who's hopefully maybe up for reform. We will see. And Bree met him at a rather low point in her life when she was running away from her troubles. They're impassioned. They're sort of like, it's primal, you know? And then there's Mike, who seems like such a decent, wonderful guy. He's a man of the law. He's well-mannered. He's not aggressive. I mean, he does things like ask Jack for permission to ask Bree out. I mean, that's very, you know, that's like very old school, traditional chivalry. And I could see where Mike and Bree could connect, you know? They both work on one side or the other of the law. Okay, so I don't know. I mean, I will say this, Bree cannot lose either way, don't you think? Because they're both very different, but both very good looking, very dynamic men. So I'm excited to see what happens to her, as I'm sure you are. But what team are you on, Darlene? Who do you want? Did you read the books? Because I'm sure you've heard this, or maybe you're one of them, that the people who read the books are really team Bree and Mike, because that's where that relationship went. I mean, there's like a whole book, nearly a whole book dedicated to the relationship, and it's pretty great. Okay, so I'm sorry I can't give you like a full answer there, other than, yeah. So next, you asked, what's it like to work with Alex and Martin? Darlene, it is as lovely as you would think. They are both such good human beings, truly, to the core. Very playful, very funny. We have a lot of good banter. Lots of spontaneous dancing. Martin definitely feels like an older brother. He loves to tease me, and I will give it right back to him. Thank you very much. But he's such a good person. And then Alex is truly one of my favorite women on the planet. She's grounded and funny and authentic, and yeah, she's the absolute best. So we had such a good time together this last season. I'm sure you know we finished filming season 4. The atmosphere on set is delightful. I'm sure you've seen some of the behind the scenes footage that was all over the social medias, but it's very true that like in between takes, somebody always has a speaker and starts blasting a song. And, you know, so there's sing-alongs and dancing, and I'm really hoping one day somebody does a blooper reel of all the outtakes, but the atmosphere is a feel-good vibe. Essentially, Darlene, I've made my dreams come true of like my dreams of moving into Virgin River. I've actually done it, and it's as wonderful as you would think moving to Virgin River would be. Minus some of like some of the heavy drama that's written into the story. And then what was your last question? Thank you for wishing me happy holidays. Oh, you asked if I would ever do an IG Live. That scares me. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, you've planted the seed, Darlene. Nobody's asked me if I wanted to do an IG Live before, so maybe I will. Anyway, happy holidays to you. Thank you for this cameo, and I'm sending you lots of love.